High in the Austrian Alps, a fierce battle raged. The serene, snow-capped peaks stood in stark contrast to the chaos unfolding below. It was May 1945, a time when the world was on the brink of monumental change. World War II was nearing its end. The Allies were closing in, and the Axis powers were crumbling under the relentless pressure. But at Castle Itter, a medieval fortress nestled in the Austrian Alps, an unusual alliance clashed with Nazi soldiers. This fortress, with its ancient stone walls, became the stage for an extraordinary confrontation. American soldiers fought alongside German soldiers. Yes, you heard that right. Former enemies found themselves united against a common foe. This was the Battle of Kalat Adar, perhaps the strangest battle in history. The very idea of such an alliance was almost unthinkable, yet it happened. This battle was more than just a fight against a common enemy. It was a moment where humanity's shared values transcended the divisions of war. It was a testament to the unpredictable nature of war. In the heat of battle, alliances can shift and enemies can become allies. It showed how the lines between friend and foe could blur in the face of shared danger. Soldiers who once faced each other across battlefields now stood shoulder to shoulder. The story of the Battle of Kalat Adar is a reminder of the complexities of war. It challenges our understanding of loyalty, bravery, and the human spirit, and it shows the surprising alliances that can emerge in extreme circumstances. In the end, it is a story of resilience, courage, and the enduring hope for peace amidst the horrors of war. Castle Itter, with its towering walls and strategic location, played a significant role during World War II. The Nazi regime recognized its potential. They seized the castle and transformed it into a prison for high-profile prisoners. These prisoners were deemed valuable to the Nazi cause. Among those imprisoned were former French Prime Ministers Édouard Daladier and Paul Reynaud. Also held captive were Marie-José, the last Queen of Italy, and General Maurice Gamelin, a prominent French military leader. The castle's imposing presence and remote location made it a formidable prison. It became a symbol of Nazi oppression. As the war drew to a close, the fate of the prisoners at Castle Itter hung in the balance. These prisoners, a mix of French political figures and other high-profile captives, were caught in a perilous situation. The castle, nestled in the Austrian Alps, had become a focal point of tension and uncertainty. The SS guards, fanatical in their loyalty to Hitler, were determined to hold the castle. They were prepared to fight to the last man, unwilling to surrender their stronghold. The prisoners, aware of the SS's ruthless reputation, feared for their lives as the end of the war approached. But a glimmer of hope emerged from an unexpected source. Major Joseph Gangl, a Wehrmacht officer. Gangl, a seasoned soldier, had seen the horrors of war firsthand. He had witnessed the brutality of the SS and the suffering of innocent people. Gangl, disgusted by the atrocities committed by the SS, had grown disillusioned with the Nazi regime. He could no longer stand by and watch as innocent lives were destroyed. His conscience weighed heavily on him, and he knew he had to take action. He recognized the impending defeat of Germany and sought to distance himself from the horrors he had witnessed. Gangl understood that the war was lost, and that continuing to fight would only lead to more senseless death and destruction. He decided to take a stand, not just for himself, but for the future of his country. Gangl saw an opportunity to redeem himself by aiding the prisoners at Castle Itter. He knew that by helping them, he could make a difference, even in the final days of the war. This act of bravery and defiance would not only save lives, but also restore a sense of humanity in a world torn apart by conflict. Meanwhile, the prisoners at Castle Itter found themselves in a peculiar predicament. They were confined within a luxurious prison. The castle offered comfortable accommodations and scenic views, yet they were captives, their lives at the mercy of their captors. The prisoners, a mix of political figures and military leaders, represented the diversity of Nazi Germany's enemies. They came from different backgrounds and held contrasting ideologies, but their shared experience of captivity forged a bond between them. They lived in a state of anxious anticipation, uncertain of their fate as the war reached its climax. As American forces advanced towards Castle Itter, Major Gangl made a daring decision. He contacted the approaching U.S. Army and offered a proposal. He would surrender the castle and its prisoners in exchange for protection from the SS. Gangel knew that the SS would not hesitate to execute the prisoners and himself if they were captured. He also recognized the strategic advantage of aligning himself with the victorious Allies. The stage was set for a most unusual alliance. American soldiers and Wehrmacht soldiers united against a common enemy. The American force tasked with liberating Castle Itter was a small detachment from the 12th Armored Division, led by Captain John C. Jax Lee, Jr. They were battle-hardened soldiers. But nothing could have prepared them for the strange mission ahead. Lee, known for his courage and unconventional tactics, did not hesitate to accept Gangel's proposal. He recognized the importance of rescuing the high-profile prisoners. Lee also understood the danger posed by the fanatical SS troops. He prepared his men for an unusual battle, one where former enemies would fight side by side. The alliance between the Americans and Germans at Castle Itter was one born of necessity. Both groups recognized the SS as a threat. They put aside their differences and focused on a shared objective: the liberation of the prisoners and the defeat of the SS. The American soldiers, though initially wary of their German counterparts, came to respect Gangel and his men. They witnessed their courage and dedication to protecting the prisoners. The battle lines were redrawn, not based on nationality, but on a shared commitment to defeating a common enemy. The battle for Castle Itter was a clash of ideologies and desperation. The SS, driven by fanaticism and fear of retribution, fought fiercely. They were determined to hold the castle and prevent the prisoners from being liberated. The American and German defenders, outnumbered and outgunned, used their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. They fought bravely, repelling repeated SS assaults. The battle raged for hours, each side determined to achieve victory. Despite the SS's fierce resistance, the combined American and German force prevailed. The defenders fought with tenacity, their determination fueled by the knowledge that lives were at stake. The SS, realizing their defeat was inevitable, eventually retreated. With the castle secured, the prisoners were finally liberated. The reunion between the prisoners and their liberators was an emotional one. Years of captivity ended in a moment of joy and disbelief. The Battle of Castle Itter, though a small footnote in the vast history of World War II, had achieved something remarkable. The Battle of Kalat Adar, fought in the waning days of World War II, stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of war. It was a battle where traditional alliances were overturned, former enemies united against a common foe. This battle, though small in scale, carried significant implications. It highlighted the deep divisions within the German ranks. It showcased the willingness of individuals to challenge authority in the face of injustice. The Battle of Kalat Adar served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope, courage, and the capacity for unlikely alliances can emerge. The story of the Battle of Kalat Adar serves as a reminder of the complexities of war, a conflict that brought together people from different walks of life, united by a common cause. Amidst the chaos, human stories of resilience and solidarity emerged, painting a vivid picture of the human spirit. It is a story of courage, compassion, and the unyielding determination to protect one's homeland and loved ones. The enduring hope for a better future kept the hearts of many beating, even in the darkest of times. The battle also underscores the importance of challenging extremism and standing up against tyranny, no matter the personal cost. Throughout history, resistance movements have shown that the fight against oppression is a universal struggle, transcending borders and cultures. The actions of individuals like Major Joseph Gangel, who risked everything to protect the innocent, and Captain John C. Lee, Jr., who led his men with unwavering resolve, demonstrate that even in the darkest of times, individuals have the power to choose compassion over hatred and to extend a helping hand to those in need. Their stories remind us that the fight for justice and righteousness is a noble endeavor, worth every sacrifice. The legacy of the Battle of Kalat Adar continues to inspire generations, serving as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, hope, courage, and the human spirit can triumph over adversity. As school children visit historical sites and learn about these stories, they are inspired by the bravery and sacrifices of those who came before them, ensuring that the lessons of the past are never forgotten. Communities come together to share these stories, fostering a sense of unity and collective memory that strengthens the bonds between generations. Memorial services and moments of silence honor the fallen, reminding us of the cost of freedom and the importance of preserving peace. As we lay wreaths and pay our respects at memorials, we are reminded of the enduring legacy of those who fought for a better world. The legacy of Khaled Adar is not just a story of war, but a beacon of hope, guiding us towards a future where peace and compassion prevail.